Hey everyone, a very warm welcome to yet another exciting episode of Coffee with Professionals. In today's episode, we have a very special guest with us, Prateek, and Prateek will be sharing his insights as to how one can make a career in impact investing space. To give you a brief background about Prateek, Prateek is a chartered accountant and has completed his bachelor's from Narsi Muji College in Mumbai. He has worked in the financial inclusion and impact space for the past 2.5 years with Northern Arc Capital in a fundraising role, having previously worked in a controllership role with the Citicorp. Let's jump right onto the conversation. Hi, Prateek.
Hi, Veer. Thanks for having me. Excited to have this conversation with you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Prateek, for joining in today. Explain what exactly is impact investing, and how has this space evolved in the last few years.
So let me just talk about impact investing from a bookish definition perspective, which actually makes a lot of sense. Impact investing is an investment strategy which aims to provide positive and social environmental effects in addition to financial gains. Now, I personally worked in financial inclusion, which is basically the enablement of low-income, marginalized individuals by providing them with capital to run their business. Uh, I would like to deep dive a bit further into this. Low income individuals, they don't always find it easy to raise funds from banks, especially in rural areas, to do their business. And we have seen this time and again whether they are exploited by money lenders who charge them with excessive rates. So to protect them from this exploitation, a microcredit system was developed, which provided them with funding to do their business at fair rates. Financial inclusion in itself basically means providing access to bank accounts, loans, as well as curated products and services to marginalized individuals so that they can do their business.
Okay, awesome. Wow, that sounds very exciting, Prateek. So, what exactly do you do on a day-to-day basis?
So I work in a capital market slash sales role at Northern Arc Capital. Our aim is to connect retail lending institutions with investors who can provide these lending institutions with money so that they can deploy it to their own low income borrowers. Just to explain a bit further, these retail lending institutions, they are the ones who provide the loans to low income borrowers, but they need funding. They need these retail lending institutions need funding, and we help facilitate their raising of such funds. On a day-to-day basis, my job requires me to understand the fundraising requirements of such retail lending institutions, as well as to understand what kind of products they would want to use to raise such funds. At one point of time, they may want to raise funds through a normal term loan. At other times, they may want to do it through bonds, debentures, market linked debentures, or even selling off of their loan books. On the other side, I also need to understand the deployment requirements of my investors. And there may be times when my investors are not well apprised of the sector or of specific companies or products. I need to explain to them the benefits of these products, companies, and the sector, and open their mind up so that they would consider investing in these things. Lastly, once I have understood their requirements, I need to connect these two. I need to match these two, the retail lending institutions as well as these investors, uh, to have a deal sorted, and then take ownership of the execution grunt work to see these deals through to completion.
Okay, awesome. That sounds very exciting. Prateek, since this is not the typical regular profile for a chartered accountant, right? So let's address the elephant in the room and how to actually get into this profile.
Yeah, so what I have seen is that not a lot of people know about how to uh, portray themselves, or how they can get into this. The best thing that they can do is to firstly understand that financial inclusion in itself requires a lot of able professionals who are committed to the cause. As CAs, we can use our financial expertise have a sizable impact in the ecosystem. We should be confident of that. Secondly, I want to say that the most important thing is to have a lot of sector knowledge. How can you get that? You can refer to research reports. There are an ample resources available on the internet. My personal favorite was going through sector reports from ICRA, but there are other resources as well, such as SIDBI, reports from Blue Orchard, reports from PwC, etc. Not just that, you can definitely leverage your network who are working in such retail lending institutions and understand from them how the real on ground experience of such lending feels like. Not just that, I'll give you my personal experience of how I moved from a financial reporting role, from a controllership role to a capital market sales sort of role. Uh, Firstly, I spent a lot of time reading up on this sector. As I mentioned, I loved the ICRA reports on various sectors. I don't just refer to reports on financial services, but I also refer to anything and everything that catches my attention. It's like fiction to me. Apart from that, when I was looking for this job, my fiance worked in transaction advisory at Deloitte, and she helped me a lot to understand this sector. As well as I had a lot of friends who worked in banks who were exploring this sector or had already invested in this sector. So I learned a lot from them about the nitty gritties of the sector. And when finally I had my interview with Northern Arc, I was able to communicate to my interviewer that I can, keep up with the pace of a capital market sort of role, even though I come from a financial reporting background. So my suggestion would again be to, read up and leverage your network to understand how it works. Lastly, definitely make yourself visible through continuous posts on LinkedIn about things that you may be interested in or things that you think others may find useful. I also write articles for local and national newspapers about the financial services sector, and that gives me some satisfaction as well.
Okay. Wow, that sounds very exciting. So, Pradeep, moving on to the next question, what are the typical skills that are required for this profile?
Firstly, because it's a sort of a sales relationship management kind of profile, one thing that you need to have, and lots of it, is communication skills. You need to be empathetic and you need to understand your clients. You need to understand their mindset. And at the same time, you need to open them up to possibilities and opportunities. Secondly, you need to have great negotiation skills. Your stakeholders need to believe in you that you will be able to leverage your negotiation skills to get the best deals for them so that they keep coming back for more. uh, One thing that our CA degree will help us with is definitely analytical skills. You need to use that to understand numbers and ratios and develop contextualized meanings about the trends in the industry and of the competition. Lastly, an important thing that you need to have is a drive to learn. This sector is going through a lot of changes with the tech integration combined with the on the street feet model. Okay. So if you have a drive to learn, if you are continuously being updated with the happenings in the industry, you will be able to compute the effects of such long drawn changes like tech integration, and also sudden unexpected changes like the COVID-19 induced lockdown or even demonetization for that matter, which in recent years have been the two biggest events that have affected this sector negatively.
Right, right. I totally agree with you, Prateek. You know, especially we have seen a lot of fintech players coming into this space of late, right? So I can totally agree with what you're saying. Perfect. So moving on to the next question, Pratik, who are the typical employers for this kind of role?
So firstly, CS can definitely look for job opportunities at firms like Northern Arc, which I think is at the forefront of facilitating financial inclusion by not just providing these retail lending institutions with the funds themselves, but also facilitating raising of funds through other financial institutions, other investors. Secondly, you can work with banks. Banks now have a mandate to have some priority sector lending in financial inclusion, and you can definitely try to get yourself a job in the business or credit teams. Global impact funds such as Blue Orchard and Triodos are very exciting to work with, but also very difficult to get into. So you may have to have a lot of patience and do continuous effort in the area. Lastly, you can also work directly in the retail lending institutions themselves. You can work in the business teams, or you can work in the strategy teams, and help structure the ecosystem. Also, there are a lot of new age fintechs that are coming up, who provide funding to mostly urban borrowers. That is also an exciting space to work with. The kind of things that they are doing is just brilliant.
Okay, okay, awesome, awesome. So, Pratik, what are the typical growth prospects in such a profile?
So definitely, if you work in the kind of institutions that I have spoken about in the previous question, you can definitely grow into leadership positions through continuous efforts, as well as skill upgradation on your part, not just in terms of knowledge, but also in terms of development of leadership skills. I have also seen a lot of people go to the entrepreneurship route. Uh, Once people work in this sector for a long time, they do develop some ideas which they think can, make a sizable impact in the industry, change the ecosystem, and then you see them leverage these ideas and take the entrepreneurship route, have exciting startups. So that's definitely something that you can do.
Okay, okay, awesome. That brings us to the last segment of this session. So, Pratik, any tips that you have for young professionals who want to make a career in impact investing?
So apart from what I have said earlier about the things that you need to do, I want to say this specifically to all the young people out there. Set goals for yourself, believe in yourself, stay motivated, get connected, and read up. That's my advice to people out there.
Wow, such beautiful words. I think that totally sums up the entire discussion that we have had so far. And thank you so much, Pratik, for joining us today. And just for the benefit of all, guys, I'll be sharing the link to Pratik's LinkedIn profile in the description to the video. And in case you have any further queries in regard to impact investing, Northern Arc, or anything in general, please feel free to reach out to him. And thanks, Pratik.
Yes, for sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Veer. It was a pleasure.
Okay, thank you.